Hey, Geometry, this is Chapter 9, Section 5, Example 2, how to draw a dilation on just plain blank paper. We're going to dilate triangle ABC with center C, and we want to dilate it by a scale factor of 3. So to do that, you take your ruler and you line it up with each of these points. So the vertex B and your center C, and then you take your pencil and you draw a line through there. Then you move your ruler, and once your ruler's moved, you're going to draw a line through that one. So again, through C and through your next vertex. And then take your ruler, move it again, and line up your last vertex with your center and draw your lines coming out. After that, we want to measure. We want to measure 3 times, our scale factor of 3 times. So I need to measure each one of these, so let me take my ruler and flip it around and put it on the end here. So from C to D appears to be 13 millimeters. So if I take 13 and I multiply that by 3, I should get 39. So I want to measure out 39 millimeters. So 39 millimeters takes me out to here. And that's where point D is going to be. So let me move my ruler here, and I'll put a D prime right out here. Okay, then I'm going to do the same exact thing with my other 2 that I've got. So let me line up my ruler here. And measure from C out to A. And C out to A appears to be 18. So I'm going to take 18 and multiply by 3. And 18 times 3, so that would be 4 down, carry the 2. So 3, that would be 54. So I want to go 54 millimeters out here, so that would be approximately right here. And that's where I'm going to put my A prime and fill in my point A prime. So that was right there. And then do it one more time. Make my ruler go where it's supposed to. Measure from C out to B, and it looks like I have 16. So let me take 16, multiply that by 3. 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1. So that's going to be 48. So I'm going to go 48 along here. So 48 puts me to right there. I can now move my ruler out of the way, if it lets me. And that is going to be point B prime. And fill in point B prime here. And so then I can draw my new triangle. So I take, I'm going to just grab a segment tool real quick. You would grab your ruler, and I'm going to sketch in my new triangle. And so now I have my image, A prime, B prime, D prime, of my pre-image ABD, and it should be 3 times bigger. Notice I went on the same side of C. Now I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to do a dilation where it's -2. So I've grabbed triangle JKL, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up my ruler, so give me a second. Okay, I've lined up my ruler. I'm going to take my pen, and I'm going to go through C and out the other side. I do that because it's a negative. Because it's a negative, I've got to go to the other side of my center. Okay, I'm going to line up my next point. Or actually, while I'm here, I might as well just measure this. So measuring from J to C is 10, 20, 27. So if I take 27 and I multiply that by 2, I'm going to get 14, carry the 1. So that's going to be 54. So I need to measure out the other side of C, 54. And so that puts this one out right at here. And that's where my J prime is going to be. J prime. Move my ruler out of the way, move my record button out of the way. So that is J prime. I'm twice as far out the other side as I was out of the left. So then I'm going to do the exact same thing with K and L. So hold on a second. Okay, so here is my L all lined up. Again, I'm going to go through C and out the other side. A nice long line because it's got to be twice as far. Then I've got to measure it. So I measure from L to C. And from L to C looks like, I would say that's probably 14. So I'm going to take 14 and multiply by 2. And 14 times 2 is 28. So I'm going to make my ruler go the other side of C and go out 28. So 28 is right there. So there is going to be point L prime. L prime. And I'm going to do this one more time, so hold on while I line up K. Okay, I've got my ruler lined up with K, so let me grab this one. Again, I'm going to go through K, out the other side, nice and long, so I've got plenty of room. And I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure from K to C. And so that looks like it is 14, which I just did 14 with this one, so it's still 28. So I can move my ruler and go 28 the other side. 28 would put me right here. Move my ruler out of here. So that right there is 28. And that is going to be my K prime. And then I want to grab a segment tool. You can just grab your ruler, connect your dots. And there is my dilation of JKL through point C with a scale factor of -2. So 2, it got bigger by twice as much, and negative, I'm on the other side of C. So it actually kind of looks like a reflection, but we got bigger, so it's not a reflection, this is a dilation still. Okay, so one last thing here. This is how the book writes this. If R is greater than 0, so on this one, my R is greater than 0, right? If R is greater than 0, then P prime lies on CP, and that is ray CP. Let me make sure you got that right here. That is ray CP, where C is my endpoint. And CP prime is equal to R times CP. So I'm taking my scale factor and I'm multiplying it by that number. So all this is telling me is on this one, if I take a ray from C through B, I will eventually get to B prime because this is a positive number. If I take a ray from C through A, I will get to A prime. If I take a ray from C through D, I will get to D prime. Again, it's a positive number. If I am on this one though, if I start at C and I take a ray through K, I'm not going to get to K prime because this is a negative number. I have to go through C out the other way to get to K prime. So ray CK, its dilation would be ray CK prime, going the other way. And so that's a very confusing way to write this, but that's what it means is if I'm negative, then I'm going to go through CP prime. I'm going to go through the prime side, and if I am positive, I'm going to go through just the CP side, not the image side. So positive goes through and stays on the same side of C. Negative goes on the opposite side of C. And again, the book tries to make that really confusing with our language, but that's all it's talking about. Is the negative sign goes to the opposite side of C. The positive stays on the same side of C.